recording.
Can everybody hear that?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
Let's-
Goodra, Rob, are you there?
They still are muted. I'm going to give you guys a little chance to figure out your mute. And George and Debbie, you're able. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Tracy, for your call. She had to call and remind me to go get my box this afternoon. And I so appreciate how cheerful and you and Deirdre are the best cheerleaders ever. You make volunteering fun to do. I mean, meeting the people is great. I've loved meeting people that I've never gotten to meet before and maybe finding out a little bit about them. But you guys, I mean, it doesn't matter how big or how small the volunteer work is. You guys are just right there clapping and cheering us on. You make it fun and easy.
Yeah.
And it's something we enjoy bragging about to our friends who aren't from around here about this wonderful service our community can offer. And they're all envious.
You just need to start a village. Thank you.
Oh, and George says he's done. We just do whatever.
You both are so sweet.
That's great to see you too. I'm really looking forward to getting to know people more. Let's see, Rob and Gudrun, I think you made it off of mute.
We made it.
Yay!
I found the button.
Well,
Welcome.
we're both volunteers and members. We've done quite a few meals for people. And I'm also one of these people who call and bother all the non-computer members. I'm always so relieved every time I call somebody who doesn't sound as if I've just interrupted their afternoon nap when I call them. And I am so impressed with all the things that you can ask for. The hardest thing I asked for, I sort of headached over that for a week or two. I come from a family, I come from Sweden, and around, my mom used to take out the rugs, the big rugs into the snow and drag them in the snow and shake them out. And I remember how fresh and wonderful, the nap stands up soft and fluffy and the color comes back and it freshens up the room. And I asked for that. And Dee, my guardian angel, she offered to do it, and with our friend Brian. So we combined it with serving them a Christmas brunch, so that we had a little party afterwards. But that was so Dee Christensen, and now a bona fide snow cleaner for rugs. So we have had so much help from Methow at Home over the years. Computer help, yard work, trash removal, ceiling panels. Dawn Haley, that's you hear me there, right? And so yeah, we really appreciate this service. It's a great thing.
Wonderful. We love you.
I know. I love this. I love that we're building community together. And I hope that, if you see each other in the grocery store or whatnot, and you recognize each other from the Zoom, even if maybe you get it wrong, I hope that you'll make a connection with folks from this. Rick Johnson.
Hi there. My wife, Tina Devine, and I moved here approximately 5 years ago, and we just actually started living here full time 2 years ago. We're from Alaska. COVID kind of interfered with our trips back and forth. And we retired here. We kind of bought a house before we retired and decided this would be the place to go. So we're kind of snowbirds in reverse. We left Alaska We left Alaska to spend summers here and go back there in the winter, which was kind of the reverse of what everybody else does. But we like the light, we like the warmth, we like everything about the valley here, that the recreation, the people. It's a very friendly place. It was very much about the same kind of atmosphere that we had in Alaska, which was really refreshing for us. So I volunteered to shovel snow so far. Tina has done a couple of different things. She's in Australia right now, so she can't speak for herself. So I'll just tell you that she will do anything that she's asked to do once she gets back. So I look forward to doing more. This is my first year of volunteering, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Rick and Tina. Both of you have just dove right into it, and I really appreciate it. It's like, oh, okay, they really want to do stuff. So just love it. Thank you so much.
Well, we haven't been fired yet.
Never will be.
I have Linda. Thea, thanks so much, Rick. Welcome. Deirdre was very excited about the two of you. She was like, oh, we've got these new volunteers who've just been great. Linda is next on my list.
Hello. This is my husband, Tom, and we're the Flynns. We've lived in Winthrop now for a little over 2 years, and we're in our first year of volunteering. I prefer the physical work, the hauling wood, raking, mowing, shoveling type things, and Tom is Mr. Fix-It.
So one of my volunteering efforts was meeting Rob and Goodra when they put out a call after the windstorm, and they had a beautiful greenhouse that they had just had assembled, and it blew down. And so I came out, and thankfully I brought my drill driver with me. And 3 hours later, I had deconstructed their wrecked their greenhouse and told them that I was going to go look for some parts for the damaged parts. Now, that would usually be the end of the story, but interestingly enough, last week I got a call from a gentleman in Stehekin, and he said, "Hi, my name is Rob Cawthorn or something. I've got a package here for you that's been here for several weeks. So if you could call the Lake Chelan Boat Company and get that squared away, that would be great." So you're probably all asking, what does this have to do with being a volunteer? So I got a phone. I called the boat company, left them a message and said, I don't know where these packages are from or who they're from, so please send them back. The next day, FedEx, yes, FedEx, our infamous Valley FedEx, called me and said, hey, we've got 2 packages here. I just wanted to check your address, Tom Flynn, River Rock Road, Stehekin, Washington. And I said, no, I live in Winthrop, 98862. And they said, great, we'll go ahead and forward them to you. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what they are. Well, I finally went and looked at the receipt. The receipt was from a company in Minneapolis that happens to build greenhouses. And I told Rob and Goodra months ago that I would make an inquiry for parts for this thing, the ones that I knew were broken. And so I put a request online probably 2 months ago. And apparently without any money, they've sent me some parts, but they're in Stehekin at the moment. So they're going to send them to me. And when I get them, Goodra and I will be out. I'll contact you guys and let you know what's going on. But long story short, isn't that crazy? So long story short, it was nice to meet both of you. I've done a couple other volunteer things. I think I put an alternator in for a gentleman. I read a newspaper for another gentleman, and I'm kind of like my wife. I like working at the hands, get the hands dirty level. And yet I know that the organization, all of the bureaucratic, and I use that word in a complimentary way. All of that effort gets taken care of by people that I don't know or barely know, but in exchange, I get to meet wonderful people and get out of my little rut here being a new retiree. And it's just wonderful. And I'm looking forward to doing more of it. So thank you for allowing me to be part of this great organization.
Thank you. What a great story. Love it. Thank you both.
Yeah. Oh, it's fabulous. Susan Spear.
Where are you, Susan?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes.
Okay. My husband Dave Hopkins and I are here. Belatedly, we squeaked in, so I don't know what the question was. I'll start. We live in Twist, and Hop and I were up at the South Summit, and I had forgotten about the Zoom meeting. And I saw it earlier and I was like, did I request hors d'oeuvres or not? I don't remember. And so today, as we're driving back from South Summit, having been out in the sunshine and getting some fresh air, I get this text from Tracy saying, we have extra hors d'oeuvres and don't forget the meeting. And I mean, that's so typical of not missing a beat and including everyone. And we probably it would have gone over the top of our heads and I would have gone, darn, I missed that, which often happens. But Mental at Home is, I think, I don't even have the words, a priceless organization in this community. And I think Hop and I, since 2014, have learned about what a step out it is to accept help. So we lost our home then, and you know, that's been a journey, and it's been a very positive one in many ways. And the positive part is community and generosity and recognizing, knowing you matter. And in this community, I mean, as it's changing so fast, and with COVID and the tendency to get isolated, I really think that of all the wonderful nonprofits here and all the amazing people that make this place special, I think Mental at Home is right at the top. And I've watched my friends who have worked hard to make this organization work. And I think the changes of aging and recognizing that we aren't the people we used to be in terms of being able to do everything ourselves. And the last year and a half, I guess, we've had Hop had some health issues, and we were totally transported into this place of recognizing that we really needed help. And not even, I don't even know that we recognized it. I just know that people stepped up and said, let us bring you some meals. And I'm like, oh, we're okay. And they're just like, no. And it was transformative at a time along, you know, it was like a marathon of getting through. And prior to that, I had been aware of Mental at Home and tried to volunteer and done a few things over the years, and kind of came and went. But being on the receiving end of all of that love and generosity has been life-saving. And then to be able, now that we're in a good spot again, to be able to do things for others again is an equally important gift. And so I haven't been doing as much as I feel like I should or want to, but you know, guardian angel and providing meals. And I feel like at some point I'll step back into driving, which is something I love to do. And I'd love to help people in that way. But the end, the bottom line, the key, the central piece, the jewel at the center of all of this is watching Mental at Home grow and blossom as the community changes, and recognizing the need that exists. And it's really highlighted by this Twistworks economic assessment they just came out with. And it really shows us all, I think, how much we need to pull together. But the fact that we've got Tracy and Deirdre, the two of you, and watching what you're capable of. Hors d'oeuvres and Zoom parties and all the programming. And it is mind-boggling what you've done even in the last year or two. It's just, I am speechless at how lucky we are to have you, the organization and the two of you and everybody else. So thank you for helping us be connected.
And we're so grateful to you too. Thank you.
And Abby too. We definitely, Deirdre and I were definitely very excited when Abby became our intern this summer through Western's Sustainability Pathways program. And then we were like, ooh, we want to keep working with you, Abby. So we feel very lucky because, yes, we have high visions to manifest, and we needed her.
Thank you for mentioning her, because I find just through Zoom and just the few encounters I've had with her, it's like, oh, she's, there are all these people that are coming in that are lights, and I, you know, the bright light, the magnet. Thank you, Abby, too. Yeah. For your programs.
And thank you, Susan. Thanks for being here. Mendros are here. I thought that you guys were in Florida.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're back.
Oh, you're back.
We're not in Florida.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I just have to have a shout out to my man, George Schoenfeld. I put a request on Matt Howard Home to have some help screening in part of my back porch. And George showed up, who I'd never seen or met before. And he came out several mornings and we worked together, and mission accomplished thanks to Matt Howard Home. And we really appreciate it a lot. And we also do some volunteering from time to time. But Linda had an accident and we put out a call, or no, I think our daughter or somebody put on Matt Howard Home that we needed meals. And that was awesome. Rob and Goodra brought something out, and
All kinds of, lots of people.
oh yeah, and it was really fun. The best part about that was talking to them all when they came out to bring the food. That was really great. It was a wonderful experience. So we have been on the receiving end this year a couple of times, and we're still once in a while doing a little something for somebody.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it. Of course, Wayne wanted to extend those meals to Christmas.
I think it started in July.
Of course. Well, and you all do so much for the community and always have, and we appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you. And I have an opportunity tonight to do something that I have done a lot of in the past and not much very recently. I'm going to be playing with Terry Hunt at the new Twist River Tap House from 7 till 9 tonight.
Oh, well, you didn't invite Phil.
You better get there.
Hey, where's Phil?
Actually, he's the invited guest.
Yeah. Hey, there's Phil.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much. It's great. You're amazing.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
Great.
it's an organization, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
Christy Scandrup, you are next. Thanks so much, you two.
Okay, hard acts to follow. Wow, Susan Spear, that was beautiful. Yeah, really. So many. So much has been said. I'm Christy Scandrup. I'm in Mazama. I've been in a few different things. I've been same as Goodra. I call the non-computer list, people who aren't on computers, so don't get the regular newsletters. So I have these 5 people on my list that I call every few weeks, and that has been fabulous because a lot of folks. One story this summer during the fires, I called somebody, one of my people, and he said, "So I heard Mazama burned down," and I said, "Well, I'm in Mazama. I'm here to tell you it's still here." So it's, it's amazing if you don't have access to regular information, it's so anyhow, and that, so I some of them are just really great storytellers and talkers, and I've loved that. I also loved participating in doing the survey calls, because similarly, just incredible. Incredible people that I just wouldn't necessarily cross paths with. So I feel really lucky just to connect with people. And I've done some food things, pies or that kind of thing. And I have sat and gotten to watch up front Tracy and Deirdre through this little program committee that helps brainstorm program ideas, and see how creative they are and how visionary in terms of just thinking about what's next. It is not status quo. It's always, what are we going to do next? How can we get information from the survey? Talking to Abby when I picked up my hors d'oeuvres today and hearing some of the things that are coming out of the survey. I'm just so impressed with the leadership, and, just very flexible and looking to, for what's next. So feel really lucky to be part of it all.
Thank you. It's the volunteer member committee. And so we really appreciate Christy being there, because she always has wonderful ideas.
Yeah, and I do want to thank all the people who've helped with the survey. It's been amazing.
Let's see, Jackie, you are next.
Jackie Smith, Paul, and Jackie.
Here we go. Unmute
Okay.
myself.
There you are.
I'm Jackie Smith, and my husband Paul, and we both were involved with Meta at Home pretty much during the formative years before it was brought to fruition. And so we were involved in the formation of the organization and trying to help set up things. Paul was involved with the volunteers, and my friend Susan Snover and I were kind of in charge of the membership committee at that time. So that was our main focus, to help get things moving through the years. And then later I did help Deirdre with some computer stuff that got to be a little frustrating for me in the end. So I moved beyond that. But it's just so, and then we help with the meal train and things, but it's just been so gratifying to see all the great work that you guys are doing, and all the programs are just above and beyond what we could have anticipated in the early days. So we really appreciate all that you're doing, and hope to keep involved as we go forward.
Yes, thank you, Jackie and Paul. Right there from the beginning. Yay. Nice to see you.
You too.
And next on my list is another team originals on the team. And I know it's going to be 6 o'clock, so hopefully folks can stay on. There's just 3 more people. And thanks so much, Jackie and Paul, for everything that you've done to get Met How at Home going. And next it's Marcia Iveson.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. Gosh.
Well, Vicky.
Yeah, and Vicky Mullins here with us too for happy hour. Gosh, really lovely to see everybody. I see now why people kind of stammer at the beginning when suddenly you're on. Oh, crap. Now what am I supposed to say? So anyway, really delightful to be a part of this organization back in the day, early on, and get so many things happening, and way back in the day, yeah. So I was on the board for a while, and now that I'm a volunteer and a member, it's very different, and I love having the role of being a volunteer. So I have some folks that I keep in touch with really regularly and help out in any way I can. So it feels to me that it's similar to the Guardian Angel program, even though I don't know a whole lot about that. That feels like the role that I've kind of gotten jumped in on and really enjoy as a volunteer. What do you want to say, Mel?
what do I want to say? Well, I remember sitting around the board, the table with the rest of the board members, thinking about how are we going to get the word out that we can do things. And it was like, okay, we're brainstorming about that. And then push forward for what, 6 years, whatever. And now the word out is everywhere. I mean, we have so many great programs that are constantly showing up in the paper. You read about this really cool thing, and then partway through it, you know, Met-Tao at home. And you'll read the next really cool thing that's happening, Met-Tao at home. It's amazing. You know, thinking we started out with what, I think 55 founding members or something like that. And now we have over 200 and still growing. You know, it's just wonderful to see all the new faces, people that, you know, we haven't got to meet because we haven't had our potluck. So looking forward to the next in-person potluck. Everybody can get together and see things. Tracy, Deirdre, Abby, you know, you guys are the heart and soul. Wouldn't have happened without you. We came up with some good ideas. You guys made those ideas happen. And then you took it and now you're creative in new programs. Thank you. Thanks to everybody, because everybody in this organization, members and volunteers, have made it happen.
So we got this in the mail yesterday, this lovely little piece of advertising. That's not the right word. Information, putting it out there. And it's like, you guys just keep mixing it up and the ideas, it's really wonderful. The newsletters are great. Everything's wonderful. You guys are doing an ongoing wonderful job. Mel loves the refrigerator.
I love the magnet.
Yay.
Paul Smith, you may recognize that. I'm sure you do.
Right. It was
Really
Paul's design.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if everybody knows, but you also were part of the founding people that got Met-How at Home off the ground. And thank goodness. I mean, just amazing work that you all put into it. And you've put in so many hours that are not counted all the time. And we appreciate and miss you. Miss seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we miss seeing you all too. But we, you know, our board meetings, you hear people talk about the dread of going to a board meeting. Our board meetings were so fun and lovely, and we just loved each other, you know, and we just liked getting together, and it was rewarding and enjoyable. It wasn't a drudgery once a month thing. It was just like these energetic people really excited to get this thing off the ground and see what it can do. And it's a marvel at what all has happened, you know.
You're such a great cheerleader. I bet there's about 5 people that want to get on the board. Yay.
Vicky,
Right.
do you want to jump in there too?
Funny. It's been so fun to be here. I'm so pretty new to the Valley, and I've done a few things, and most recently I've become a guardian angel, and to hear it's just unbelievable to hear people's stories. Everybody's got a story. And this particular person, I'll tell you what, this person made a video he was a cinematographer. So from 1948 to 1954, he was a flyboy. And he has a training video, and I need to somehow see if you would like to have everyone see this video. It's just fantastic. And he was a gymnast, and it was so amazing. So anyway, we woke up. Him and I woke up after the video, and you know, that was
Yay.
and just anyway, it's been really fun to part of the community. Thank you.
I really love that. A friend of mine from college saw something I posted about Met-How at Home, and she wrote back and she said, that is just incredible. She said, to know and to be known. That is truly like the best work. And I feel like that really is, what we're about. And I love that idea. Let's make sure we get that story out there, Vicky. Let's move on to Gina. Then we have Raven and Byron afterwards. But Gina, you are next.
Oh, I'll make this so quick. I think one thing I like to say about Mental Health at Home is that how it's brought the fact of aging, and that we're all here together doing this just out in the forefront, and it's okay to ask for help. And here we are, and like Carolyn said, the people that I met when I first moved here, I'm now in that category, and it's very, very interesting perspective. And so I think just this, it can be fun. And yes, sometimes we need help and sometimes we give help. So we're lucky it's here, and thanks to all Deirdre and Tracy and Jim and Abby and everybody. And I'm sorry Jan's not here. That was great for her to hand out the hors d'oeuvres. And see you next time.
And Gina, you are on the board. Thank you for all your service and being the lead on the member volunteer committee. So we appreciate everything that you do. You do a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, our final folks, talk about know and be known. Byron and Raven, they really do some wonderful work this way. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. How nice to break bread with this wonderful group. Thanks so much for making it possible. Tracy, you emailed me like I was at work in Twist, and you emailed me and went, oh, I forgot and there it was. I went by the community center and it was there on a little table all ready to go. Thank you. And so I just like to put out, audio recording is my passion. And so I've got a suggestion. A lot of people have phones, Android or iPhones, but you got recording, there's good recording on them, Here's a suggestion. Next time you go out to visit with somebody, ask them if it's okay to get a story from them or two, and record them, and then send them to me on Google Drive, whatever. We can talk about that. I'll edit it, and I've been doing that. And I don't know how many people are aware that there's the YouTube channel, and we're getting it rolling here about getting people's stories up on the Met How at Home YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, I've been volunteering a little bit. I noticed that it's a lot easier for me to volunteer than it is to ask for help. Gotta say that. But yeah, you want to say anything, Raven?
I just what a delight. I mean, you guys just organized this all so well. And I have chemical sensitivities, so I tend to isolate, and I wanted to volunteer to do things, but then I thought, well, if I volunteer to drive, I'm stuck in a car with somebody with some sort of fragrance on that I would have a reaction to, and well, I can't do that. Oh, going in people's homes can be problems. So I often feel guilty that I'm not volunteering enough. And I never ask for help, but Byron is constantly saying, oh, somebody needs something, and boom, he is on it if he can do it. And so I'm just really proud of my man over here, and proud of Met How at Home for everything that's happening. Thanks.
How do we get rid of the guilt?
I know, Deirdre.
Not okay, not okay.
It doesn't serve anything.
It's all just fine.
When COVID started, one of the things that I was like, oh, what can we do? So we started this like wisdom circle, I called it, on the phone, and Byron and Raven have been a part of that. And that's just been so special. Okay, did I miss anybody at all? Did I accidentally skip somewhere? Okay, hopefully not. I just want to say, executive director. I mean, I definitely 3 years ago would never have guessed that I would be an executive director, because I was on the board of Classroom in Bloom for 10 years and just saw like, whew, that's a lot to juggle and manage in a small organization. But wow, this board has been amazing. Deirdre is just amazing. And to bring Abby on, it's been a big learning experience for me, and certainly just having the opportunity to connect with you all, with the volunteers, and definitely with the members has just been like the most gratifying work of my life. And I always get really spoiled with meaningful work. So I'm just really, really grateful. I'm so grateful for Jim too. I have to, everybody on the board, but Jim has definitely like really been patient, and he is doing so much behind the scenes. So I just want to give a big shout out there. And yeah, what a great first, virtual volunteer meeting. And I mean, this definitely surpassed my expectations. I feel like I know people better, and that's the whole point. So buen provecho, everyone. Deirdre, Abby, do you have anything else? Anybody have any?
Well, thank you, Tracy. Yay. We're so glad you're here. Everybody.
Thanks everybody for sharing their stories. That was really fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much, everyone.
All righty.
Okay.
So we meet again.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Well done. That was fun.
Yeah.
Take care.
I just also want to give a shout out to Jim also, and to Betsy.
Yes.
Our first president of the
Definitely.
board. And she did a lot of driving, did a lot of great stuff. She really stretched herself and did an excellent job. And Jim, you can't say enough about either. So kudos.
Yeah, no, that is such a good reminder, Mel. Betsy's not here, and I'm on the phone with Betsy multiple times a week. Absolutely. So she's still a driving force and just incredible.
All right. Peace and love to everyone.
Good to see you all.